In this exercise, we will discover the motion sketch option and we will be creating this animation. Click new composition. The duration I'm gonna need 10 seconds. Okay, right click, import file. I go exercise 10. I select all the images, click on import. I'm gonna start by dragging and dropping the map right here. Then car 1, gonna place it right here. Car 2, I place it right here. Car 3, I place it right here. And car 4, I'm gonna place it right here. I'm gonna select car 2, window, and look for motion sketch. I click on motion sketch. We get this small window right here. I'm gonna start by showing you what we can do with the motion sketch option. Car 2 selected. I'm gonna click on start capture. By the way, these are the settings by default. I didn't change anything. I click on start capture. I put the cursor right here, car 2, and I click and drag, and this way I can draw a motion path with the mouse like this. And now you notice I press U. We created many keyframes. After Effects created many keyframes and it tracked the movement I did with the mouse. And if I play now, see what we get. Control Z to go back. I cancel that. Car 2 still selected. I go motion sketch. I'm gonna check this background. I want to see the background while I move the car. I don't want to see a black background. I click on start capture. I put the cursor right here and I click and drag this way slowly to the bottom like this and stop here. Now let's play and see what result we got. I'm gonna move to the next car, car 1. I'm gonna do the same thing, motion sketch, start capture, and I click and drag and follow the road like this. I stop. Now let's play. If I press U, notice there are too many keyframes and the movement is not very smooth. It's not smooth at all. We see the car shaking sometimes. We can solve that. I go window and look for smoother. We have this small window. Now I'm gonna click here on position. I select all the keyframes of car 2 and I click here tolerance. I'm gonna change this from 1 to, let's try 20, and click on apply. And just like that, now we have only 2 keyframes. And if I play, You notice now the car is moving straight. There is a straight line and the movement is very smooth. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I click on position. That way I select all the keyframes. I go to smoother, 20 tolerance, and I click on apply. And now notice we only have 7 keyframes now. And if I play, the movement is very smooth. Of course, I can select car 1. I can go to the motion path and modify it if I want to, like this, by moving the points, the keyframes, and the handles. I can always do that. I move to the next car now, this one. I'll make sure it's selected. I go motion sketch. This time I'm gonna change the smoothing from 1 to 20, like this. I put the playhead at 0 seconds and click on start capture. Now I go to this car, I click and drag, and I draw like this the motion path. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna press U, and notice now that I changed the settings of the smoothing. I set it to 20. Now we get very few keyframes and we get a smooth movement like this. I can modify this. I press K, I move to the next keyframe, and I'm gonna move it a little bit like this. I'm gonna modify the motion path a little bit like this. Now let's play. I think this looks fine. Now the last car, car number 4, same settings. I click on start capture. First, let me put the playhead right there, 0 seconds. I click on start capture and I draw a motion path like this. I follow the road. Let's see the result we got. I'm gonna modify the motion path a little bit here. It went a little bit beyond here. And now I'm gonna play the entire animation. Fit. And now the exercise is finished. You go do the same and don't forget to save.